is now. Ye tarnished, ye dead, who yet live. The call of long lost race speaks to us all. Orlando, chieftain of the Badlands, the ever brilliant Goldmouse. Fear, the deathbed companion, the loathsome gun-eater, and Sir Gideon Othniel, the all-knowing.
What's going on, fellers? Man, oh man. So yeah, I can't believe it, guys. I have finally found a build that I really like in the in Elden Ring DLC, and super unfucking fortunately, the version of the game that I'm playing will not last forever. It is only possible to play this version of the game if you got the DLC on launch day and didn't update for at least, I think it was a week or two before they started patching and nerfing everything and buffing this for no reason and just kind of fucking up the game and just making it worse overall. Better in some ways, sure, but also worse in other ways. Like, they don't always know what they're doing with patches, let's get real. Like, they just nerfed Radahn. They nerfed him in 2 ways that are good, but they fucking nerfed him in like 6 ways that are bad. They nerfed him in 2 ways that are good, in that the lighting doesn't like fuck your eyes up as much. It's like dimmer and a lot better visuals, basically. So yeah, of course, that's a positive change. And yeah, apparently it helps your system lag less, so the frames are easier to gauge, so that's nice. Apparently a lot of people had frame lag. I didn't, but I play with an SSD on a PS4 Pro, and it works pretty good. But on the PC, maybe that happens sometimes. So yeah. What else was I gonna say? Damn it. I can't remember. I'm tired. Sleepy too. Oh my god. Working my ass off at work. Making good money though. Making good money. Saving good money and making good money. So that's nice. When I'm about to die, I can spend it all on a new heart that will make me live for another 5 years, and then yeah. Good lord. Anyway, what the fuck was I talking about? Oh yeah, this version of the game. Right. Oh yeah, Radahn. Yeah, so they nerfed him in that regard for his attacks in Phase 2 that are too bright. So now you can see better, so that's good. And your system will run better, so that is good. Good change right there. They dealt with the bullshit overbearing lighting effects. Yay. But the other good nerf they did was he has this like cross slash ability. I'm not sure if he does it in phase 2. I haven't played him enough to know really, or if the version of it is the same or different or whatever the fuck. But definitely in the first phase he has a cross slash attack that is pretty much undodgeable. It's like really tricky to get it down, and it seems like there's some luck involved, and no one's really sure exactly how it works because the ground is also uneven in the arena, so good luck, you know what I mean? So it's just kind of a mess. So they took that move and made it possible to dodge now. So that's good. Undodgeable bullshit, like, that's like super fucking impossible or actually is impossible to dodge, then that's too much, man. Dial it back, you know? Like, good God. Good God. When you make the difficulty like so hard to pinpoint nail, like, okay, I'll give you an example. Let's say we're flying in a fucking airplane and your job is to jump out of the fucking airplane and fall like, I don't know, what is it, like a mile down to the ground and land perfect bullseye right on this one little spot that's the size of like, I don't know, a shoe. You think you can do it? What are the odds that you fucking miss completely? Very, very, super, pretty much guaranteed high. What are the odds you land on the shoe? Oh my God, that would be amazing. But probably not. You're probably not going to pull it off. And, you know, those are your odds. Kind of meh. Very annoying to have to dodge Radan's attacks. Well, at least that cross slash attack, you know. Yeah, he's supposed to be a hard pain in the ass boss that's gonna kill you over and over and over again. He's supposed to. Like even the best of the best got destroyed and wrecked by him. Let Me Solo Her earlier today was like, I'm gonna stream for as long as it takes until they kill me, and they killed. Radan killed him in like 30 minutes, and it's like, yep. And he was just like, I need to train and get gooder. It's like, yes, you do, man. We all do. Like, I suck against Radan. But in all fairness, at first when I went up against him, it was in my New Game Plus 7 character, and I was just so desperate for help. I won by using... I died about 50 times, 40 or 50 times before I started to, like, you know, get real serious and start, like, looking online for cheese strategies or anything. And I found out that a lot of players were shield poking it up with spears and the fingerprint shield. I was like, that is so lame. That's like a noob-ass way to win. But I was resorting to it. I kind of had to, I felt. And I noticed my Mimic tier was just getting fucking demolished by Rad Danny. Like, at best, the Mimic tier would distract for a good 3, 4, 5 seconds. And that's all the time that Rad Danny needs to take at least half the health, maybe more, of your Mimic. And if your Mimic is stupid and it's not healing or for whatever reason, you might lose the Mimic early, and that sucks. The Mimic really needs to be there. So what I decided to do was give the Mimic a shield, the fingerprint shield, and have it cast Scarlet Rot Dragon Breath from a distance over and over again. And that seemed to guarantee its safety a good bit, honestly. It was kind of hard for Rad Danny to deal with, and I tried to keep its attention, you know, the most and try to control the whole fight with the shield poking strategy. And yeah, it worked pretty good. I think 1 or 2 more tries, I died, and then on the 3rd try, or maybe it was the 2nd try, I beat this motherfucker. So yeah, it is the typical safe, noob-friendly strategy. It worked. I think it barely worked though, because New Game Plus 7 is a bitch, motherfucker. Anywho, so yeah, he's not the hardest boss ever, but he's almost that. Jesus. But yeah, they nerfed him. though, in 4 ways that are negative, which is he's kind of like dumber and slower. Like he doesn't attack you right out the gate and stuff, and he seems to like slow down and pause a little bit more, as if he's like, "Are you okay? Am I bashing your brains in a little too hard?" That's what it feels like, especially coming off of you know, like that. Well, I don't know for sure personally. I haven't fought Rad Danny yet in the updated version, and I don't think I will because I'm not going to update. But this is what everybody's saying, and I'm watching video comparisons, and yeah, he seems a bit slowed down. Like he'll beat your ass a little less. And he literally will, because they literally made it so he does less damage and he does less stamina damage for when you're blocking. So, yeah, they nerfed him. Not in a huge way, but, you know, he is easier now. The changes are mostly positive, you know. Because those two were the big ones. It's too fucking bright, and he's got that one annoying move that's pretty much undodgeable no matter what, and even the best of the best get hit by it all the time. So you know it's like, fuck that move, dude. Fix that fucking move. So yeah, those are the positive changes, but the negative is stamina, damage. They shouldn't have fucked with those two things, dude. So that's two lame changes. They made him like stupid and sluggish, like you know, what the fuck? Like they didn't need to do that. And apparently, like he can't do a follow-up super attack after doing another super attack. He used to be able to do that. He would sometimes do like 2 major combo attacks, and it was too much for the average player to block their way through with the great shield. So kind of shitty experience. So I think they dialed that back too. I think he has less health too. Yeah. So yeah, they just totally fucking nerfed him. I can't remember the exact details. Sorry, but yeah, they made it easier overall, and they fixed like the random shit that made it frustrating and harder. You know. Because bosses attack you with RNG attacks, randomly generated attacks, but those randomly generated attacks are largely controlled. So, let's say, like for example, there's a boss that hits you 3 times with 3 different types of attacks. I mean, and let's say it's a 33% chance for each attack, so it's pretty even, you know, which attack is going to randomly come at you. But in certain situations, or just period, certain values will be higher chance. You know what I mean? Like, so the game starts mixing things up, starts making things a little weird and kind of hard to pinpoint and more random and luck based. So, basically, what I'm saying is try not to take games too fucking seriously. Competitively and skillfully and all that. The game itself isn't perfect, so why would there be a perfect way to play? You know what I mean? Like, just sort of do what you want to do and whatnot. But anyway, I play the unpatched version. And, yeah, there's the perfume that is super overpowered. Like, you can buff, like pretty decently and then run at bosses. And if you nail them with the perfume, it's literally a one-hit kill that's pretty much guaranteed. Like, it's fucked. It's crazy good. So, you can do that in this version of the game, but it's really boring. I don't like playing that way. Plus, some enemies are really allergic to that attack, that rolling sparks shit. And they start hopping around and getting away from you, and it kind of becomes this chore game of cat and mouse kind of gameplay. I don't really dig it. I don't really care for that. But, uh, so because I couldn't find a build I appreciated in this game, I started to give up on it. And I started going back to the unpatched version of the game, which I love because there's so many things to fuck with that are not nerfed and gimped or ruined for whatever patch reason. No, I play the unupdated version of the original game, the disc version of the launch game. So I have two versions of Elden Ring that I play, the launch of the DLC and the launch of the disc version actual game in 2022. Now, the thing is, like I said, I got another version of the game right now that I'm playing that is the launch version of the DLC of the game. So that's what this is. It's version 1.2 or whatever the fuck. Can you... It doesn't say. Well, we'll quit out or whatever, and you'll be able to see. But yeah, patch update 1.14 just launched like 24 hours ago or some shit. And as you can see, version 1.12, bitches. Yep. So yeah, that's what I'm doing, man. And there's a few other things that got nerfed or buffed and all that stuff. Like apparently the backhand blades have been nerfed. No. But like some shield is better now. Okay. Yeah, I really don't like how they patch games, you know. Even if they do a lot of good things, and a lot of the good things I do agree with, but it just really feels like there's a gun being held to the head of your video game that you paid for, that you own. And if you like something in it, they can change it whenever the fuck they want. That's the thing, you know? So maybe you don't want to update. Maybe you like it the way it is. And that's where I'm coming from, man. And I've had this experience with so many games now that I'm kind of anti-update. Or at least I'm specific update obsessed. Like, I'm literally like, yeah, that update, that version of the game was the bomb. And then they fucked it up with this. You know what I mean? Like, I'm turning into that guy. Because that's how it is. So anyway, I like this version of the game, but the perfume thing is broken and overpowered and real noob friendly, so it's too easy. But it's also frustrating because it's not a fun weapon to use. It's it's lame, dude. It got old pretty fast. But guess what? The kung fu in the game I always liked. It was kick ass, but it's not a good weapon. Honestly, it's not a very good weapon. It's pretty mediocre, but it's not like terrible, but it's not a weapon that can get you through the fucking whole game wholesale. Like, this is overall like a weapon that'll carry you through every part of the game pretty much. Like, yeah, that's not, unfortunately, how good enough. It's a great quick weapon. It's very close quarters combat though, and it doesn't do the most damage. So certain bosses, like let's say the fire giant, it's pretty trash against him, you know. So unfortunately, and if you go into PvP, it's not the best weapon. A lot of kung fu people are getting their asses kicked for the most part. So it's not a very PvP friendly weapon. But after experimenting with it for a while, I kind of gave it up. But like I said, guys, I'm replaying the DLC for some reason because I'm a jackass. I keep coming back to it, hoping it's really good, hoping there's something I'll appreciate. I always kind of felt underwhelmed about the DLC. You know, at first I was kind of really into it just because you know, fanboyism. Ooh, this new thing I have, I want to see, and you know. you're kind of hyped up. You know what I mean? Like people you know are into it and they like it. So yeah, you know, at the time you're kind of into it. But now that we've had time to reflect on the Elden Cringe DLC, yeah, there's some flaws. You know. Like, what about Commander Gaius, the pig charge attack he does? Like, sometimes he runs in place over you and you're just dead, dude. You're roadkill. He's trampling the fuck out of you. Your invincibility frames don't mean shit. You're getting up and getting hit again. And it's probably going to kill you. Like, that's bullshit, dude. They should do something about that. Like, his hitbox being massive, I actually think that's fine. It's like, oh shit, it's like this really big thing that you gotta dodge now. Ugh, it's a little harder than usual. Good luck. But it's not impossible, and there's like, you know, like Ash of Wars and spells that can really assist in this fight that were kind of feel like they were made for fighting this motherfucker. So it's fine. It's not a bad boss fight other than that. But yeah, that charge is horse shit, dude. And then he's also invulnerable when he's doing that charge. Like nothing can hurt him when that's happening. That I find that annoying in boss fights. I really do. It's like here's the part where you can't hurt them at all. And it's like that sucks. That fucking sucks. Like Bale, as good of a fight as he is in the DLC, he's like one of the better fights for sure. He does have that part where he flies in the air and starts pooping fire bombs on you. This is kind of hilarious, actually. If it wasn't so funny, I'd be more upset. And the boss is just awesome anyway, so that's my one gripe about Bale. He does have that kind of scripty segment where he does a thing and you just have to watch. And you know, Dance Dance Revolution button time your way through it. It's kind of lame. Don't really like fights like that, or parts of fights that are that way. Rolana's the same way. She's a really good fight, but then she does that thing at the end where she drops the balls and you have to jump. Dance Dance Revolution timing style, you know, like kind of sucks. That part of the fight, not gonna lie. And it's also kind of a buzzkill because if it hits you, it's probably game over, and it happens at the end of the fight. So it really feels like you're like if you get that far, she can punish you and just make you feel like shit because you wasted all this time. You almost had her, and then like god damn it, that is, you know. Feels like it's kind of pushing it a little bit, but it's not the worst thing ever. But you know. So anyway, the DLC overall, I thought it was good, but not great. Um, like, over half the bosses I don't feel like refighting. The only bosses I like are Bale, kind of Rolana, and she's on the way to the other bosses, sorta, so it's kind of like, yeah, might as well fight her. uh, Bale, I like going down to Bale. You gotta fight the Dragon Man Hunter guy, which is a fun NPC character to fight. So that's cool. I don't mind Egon's quest and all that. It's pretty fun, his little story. Yeah, and then you get to Bale. It seems far away because it's all the way down there, but it's actually a pretty quick traverse because of all the, what do you call it? Air jumps and whatnot. So, yeah, Bale is fun. You get to Bale and you kill him, and that's always epic. And then you go through Rolana there, you know, and you go to, well, actually, you got to go through Rolana first, I think, right? And then you can get to Bale. I can't remember. But, yeah, then you kill one of those motherfuckers first, and then you kill the other, and then you go to the Shadow Keep, and then you find, what's his name? Mesmer. Yeah, he's a really good fight. Probably the best boss fight in the DLC. He has sick moves, like different kind of moves that kind of like test all your skill, whether it needs to be jumping or rolling, backing up. You know, that kind of thing. Running away. Yeah, it's a fun boss, and then whenever he finishes with one of his deadly attacks, he pauses for a good second, giving you a chance to hit him once or twice, and then he goes back to it. So he definitely has punish windows. It's not like Radan where he gives you a split second to hit him basically, and he's constantly bashing at you, and you're forced to dodge like 90% of the fight or block 90%. That Radon kind of sucks. Not a great boss fight. Kind of makes the average player fight in a very limiting sort of way. And like I said, even the best players, whenever they try to play in the more skillful ways, still get wrecked. Let Me Solo Her just got fucking killed earlier, Like, he's the best of the best, and even he gets wrecked by Radan. And he got wrecked by the newest Radan, the nerfed Radan. So Radan's still really hard, especially if you're a new player. You'll still fight Radan and be like, "This is so hard." So yeah, Radan's hard. I can beat him like moderately okay now. Like a lot of the time, I'll play a playthrough and then I'll make it all the way back to Radan and I'll fight him, and I'll beat him on my first try, or at least maybe my second try. So I still struggle with the guy, definitely. But I've definitely got it down to where I can beat his ass. Like, so, anyway, but that was with the perfume, and that shit's overpowered and cringe. And of course, in New Game Plus 7, I was using the Mimic tier, a summon, to help me. That's kind of cringe. That's like noob stuff. So I'm not playing in the most skillful manner, And don't get me wrong, play however the fuck you want. Beating the game in general means you're way better than most people at the game. That's for sure. Half the people who play this game couldn't even get to the round table hold, one of the first things you fucking do in the first few hours that you play, easily. But a lot of people got so lost or struggled so hard and they never really gave it that much of a chance, And it was kind of a popular fad game at the time. It's like, this is the new big thing, play it. So it kind of helped sales. So a lot of people didn't play it for more than a few hours. So yeah, but yeah, man, most people suck. Like 50% of the people who bought this game. This game sold 25 million copies so far, roughly. And yeah, about half that number didn't even. Yeah, so like if you're beating the game, if you're fighting the final bosses of the DLC and the base game, you are already in like the top 20% of the Elden Ring community, like straight up. Like, so you're pretty good. You're decent, you know. If anybody calls you trash, you can go fuck themselves, man. They're wrong. Trash are those fuckers who only played for an hour or two, and of course they're trash. They didn't give it a chance, really. I mean, shit. I'm trash at ballet. I've never given it a chance, really. Like come on, man. Let's be real about people's skill levels at shit. If they do a thing a lot, yeah, they're pretty good at it, or at least decent. Yeah, and if they don't, then yeah, they fucking suck. Like, this is simple. Anyway, what am I trying to say here? So, I could beat Radan, but always kind of in a cheesy way, unfortunately. So I wanted to fight him in more skillful manners and maybe work my way up to, learning his moves and stuff in better ways. And, yep. I got the Palm Blast, yo. I got the Kung Fu. I decided to fuck with Kung Fu again, randomly, stumbled upon it, and I was like, why am I doing this? I thought it wasn't the greatest. And then I noticed the Palm Blast on there. And I used it in New Game Plus 7, I believe, briefly, and I was like, yeah, it's kind of cool, but it's like slow and doesn't hurt these guys enough. Because I was playing New Game Plus 7. It's, as powerful as it is, it's not worth using in that mode because it's too slow and the enemies damage you way too much. and you just can't really afford to be that slow. That kind of sucks. But in New Game Plus One, the enemies don't have that 50% health bonus or whatever the fuck it is. So, and they don't damage you 50 times harder than they used to or whatever. So, yeah, you can actually stomach this kind of shit and use Palm Blast for like 90 something percent of the fucking enemies that you run into, and it works really damn good. And so yeah, this is the build right here. This is it. This is my all around overall kick everything's asses build. Yep. It might look a little odd at first, but it is what it is. Level 286. Perfect level for what I'm going for. Yep. Yeah, this build feels like perfect right here. It could be better, of course, as you level up. Maybe put points on strength to get a little bit more defense and attack. Put some points on intelligence or arcane to get some, holy defense or some magic defense. Because you're not really using that as an offense, but that could help a little. Dex is perfect where it is. Vigor is perfect where it is. Mind, perfect where it is. Mind could go up to 60 if you want, but it doesn't really matter. We don't use that much magic, so like everything works great here. This is like the perfect build right here. Like I said, I would like to get intelligence and arcane up a little bit higher because the defense helps in certain situations. But I think I will eventually, but for now I wanted to play the game instead of just sit there grinding, leveling up on Albernix. So I'm going to be playing here in a sec and doing it this way. And I think this is going to be sick, dude. So this is what I decided to go with. Dragon Crest Talisman, just because you're always getting hit, especially with this build, which has you standing still a lot. The Godfrey Icon, because it's a charge up skill, the Palm Blast, so this helps increase its power. I also have a few other things that are assisted with this ability, so it's just good all around. So yeah, I'm packing this fucking wing stance weapon because it's just so cool. I'm actually not even using it as like a super necessary thing, but I mean, look at it, dude. My character looks fucking sick. This big ass sword on my back while I kick your ass with my nasty kung fu, dude. It's so sick. Character looks super cool. And I got golden feet and golden fists to whomp your ass with. Totally badass. But yeah, the Palm Blast. It's the most amazing thing ever, actually. And so yeah, you have to have these two to get the attack bonuses. Very important. It's not nearly as impressive. So you gotta have these two on. I put this one on so I can take some hits better. It's always good to focus on defense. If you can, We're not doing a level 1 run, so, like. Yeah, and then we got this, which, with this armor set right here, boom, dude, this sets you at 101 poise. Perfect. Perfect, dude. That's where you want it. And then I got the Golden Tree Sentinel gloves and boots. And then I got the Banished Knight armor, helm, and outfit. And it just looks super sick. And weapons, of course, Dane's footwork. You can use the dry fists. They're pretty much just as good. I think the kicks are a little bit better, a little further range. I think it looks cooler, but it doesn't really matter because the main reason you have it is for the palm blast, which is, I think, the exact same on either one, if not slightly different, but so much so the same that it doesn't really fucking matter. And then we got this one for healing. Oh, let me show you my spells. Yeah, I got 3 spells I cycle through. 3 spells. Golden Vow I keep as the number 1 for buffing. Erdtree Heal in case I need to heal, in case you're like stuck in a dungeon or whatever. You've used up all your goddamn Crimson Flasks because you've been sucking dick and getting hurt too much. And yeah, you need to heal, then yeah, here it is. Perfect. That's why I have exactly 42 faith, so I can use that badass healing spell, which requires a lot of fucking points on faith, but it's good, it's fine. And then I got Pest Thread Spears, because there are a few things that Palm Blast has a problem dealing with, like a annoying dragon that won't stop flying around everywhere. Sometimes it's kind of hard to get close to some of these motherfuckers. Bale is one of them. At one point in the fight, he's flying around everywhere. So yeah, what was I saying? Pest Thread Spears is a very good spell for dealing with bosses like that. It's great. Excuse me, I'm tired. I need to go to bed soon. But yeah, those are the 3 spells. I don't like to have too many spells. Way too cluttery, so yep, that works great. And then in my offhand, I have 2 things I rarely ever switch to, so I don't really care. It's mainly all about the shield. This deflects so much. Everything in the game, I swear to God, gets deflected the fuck off of this motherfucker. This shield is really good. And you can also use it as a weapon and bash motherfuckers. It hurts a lot, dude. It's really strong. A lot of people say that is the best weapon in the game, and they kind of got a point. So yeah, and then I have the bow for dealing with anything at a distance, you know, ranged targets. If I want to poison your ass, I can definitely do that. And I also have, what is it? Oh yeah, golden arrows for dealing with the undead types. I'd never equipped them. I meant to do that. But yeah. Hell yeah, look at that. That's beautiful. Sick. Yeah, and then I love that I can switch to the melee and Wampas this way, dude. And the weapon's on my back. That's sick. And then I can do it again with the sword. It just looks so cool, dude. And then you can do this. Melee kicks. And then the sword, like, kicking and stabbing, kicking and stabbing. Like, that is nasty. Look at that shit. Although that one seems kind of useless, but it looks cool and it's fun. We're going for style over effectiveness here, but also effectiveness. So I think I've nailed it. This is the perfect build I'm just gonna steamroll the fucking game with. Although I don't think it's quite perfect yet in terms of level. Like I said, I think I need to get 60 strength. I think that'll help a little. And I think intelligence and arcane to 40 would help a little too. And maybe even get mind all the way up to 60 just to say fuck it. And yeah, I think that's where I want to be. But for now, this ain't quite there. And grinding takes forever, so this is what I'm going to do. So we'll see how good it works. I bet you it's almost perfect, and I bet you when I come back to it and actually level to the level that I want, it'll be pretty much perfect. as perfect as I could desire, anyway. Like, I'm not asking to be an invulnerable god. If I did, I'll use the fucking, perfume. Holy crap, look at that. Oh man, he's fucked up. Touch of death, right? Goddamn, dude. Yep. Sorry, bro, but you're done, son. This character fighting early games enemies, Jesus Christ. No problem. Fucking destroy them like nothing. That touch of death was fucked up. Took over half his health. And then the next one was a short burst one. Light tap version. And it still took like, what was that? Looked like 35% of his health, some shit like that. And damn, that was really bad. And then 2 arrows finished him off. Just 2 arrows. Always use arrows with the jump shot attack. But I also have a Mighty Shot on here, which is for, like, I guess initiating a pretty nasty shot. Sure. But the jump shot is what you want to do. I like Barrage more, but this weight class felt more perfect, and the Serpent Bow is still really good, and you kind of can't sacrifice its ability to, hard shoot motherfuckers and poison them from the get-go. So it's just a tactical weapon. Like I said, it's not very useful. It's a rare situation weapon. And then, like I said, Milady over here with the wing stance. It's just such a fun thing to do, dude. I love this poke. That's a good one. It hurts a lot. But I haven't used the weapon much, so I don't have much skill with it. But let's see if I can fuck this guy up. Haha. That hurt him a little bit. Ooh, he didn't like that. Easy there, bro. Whoa. Uh-oh. Oh, that hurts a lot. That dive move is fucked up. Coming at you, bro. Oh, shit. He can smack you out of the air, though. Ow, I'm getting my ass kicked. Yeah, I don't know how to use that move. I don't do the wing stance. I really don't. This is the first time I really messed with it. It looks so cool, though. Wow, I should have just done that. Damn. I guess that's the way to use it. Shorter swipes. Don't go for the flashy. Look at me! Hee hee! Like, it may be a anime ass looking attack that feels fun and cool to use, but maybe it's not the best thing to use in every situation. Oh, this poor guy. Oh, I missed. Yeah, I suck at gauging the range on that one. You gotta use a weapon for a while to get a real feel for the in-game distance. What the? Holy crap. I'm sorry, but I just now learned that this has a R2 jump attack. That is sick. That does a lot of damage. That is really cool, actually. That's a new use for this weapon that I didn't know was a thing. Uh-oh, I fucked up. Oh, man. And then an R2 charge attack is a double swipe also. That's really good, man. This is a good-ass weapon. Yeah, you overpower them with that. Oh, shit. Yeah, oh, man, this thing's nasty. Yeah. That poke is really, really messed up. Maybe it's not the best weapon for fighting a bunch of shield goons. Yep, the force push power is just too good. It's too damn good, man. And I wasn't even fucking trying, man. Like I said, you got the big shield to help you. Like, you use all this stuff combined, and yeah, you'll get through the game pretty smoothly. You might fucking die once or twice because you chose the wrong strategy. Oops, that was a stupid thing to do. Or, you know, whatever. But the more you play it, the more you perfect it. And I'm pretty sure at a point I'm going to be like, yeah, I can just beat the whole thing and the DLC without dying. Sometimes without even getting hit by certain bosses. And of course, some people have runs where they don't get hit at all. Like, I almost did that a few times. I don't think I ever actually did it, but holy crap. Yeah, I think I've had runs where I got hit. Horrible Louis usually hits me. That Quake, man, it's hard to get away from his quakey ass attacks. Sometimes Radagon would hit me. He's a mallet swinging motherfucker. Anyway, it's getting late, guys. I think I should go to bed soon here. But yeah, this is the build. I feel like builds are always changing, but I kind of feel like it shouldn't anymore. I kind of feel like this is it. At least for this version of the game. Like, it's too good for me. What is that move? That guard counter that turns into an attack? Like, that is weird shit. That is such a fucked up counterattack. This weapon is really messed up. Oh, you need a lot of stamina to carry through, though, I think. Am I doing it wrong? I don't know what I'm even doing. But yeah, it does cut through them like butter. It's pretty nasty. I don't think it's the greatest weapon ever, but it's pretty cool.